Can someone please just hit a fucking target, please? No, I didn't mean for Sydney to hit a fucking target. They sent the ball up to Isaac Heaney.
His name is ArghGodzirra.
What's going on, Godzirra Nation? This is ArghGodzirra. Just going to quickly check the inbox before we get started. Braden Fiorini playing game number 50 this week, and the medical staff has come in with Alex Sexton's injury, sidelined for 6 weeks. Because why not? Why not fuck our season up more? We're going to send him to the hospital, that way we can get him back at a lesser risk of being injured. So 6 weeks for him, well 7 weeks now for him, 6 weeks for Bose, 48 weeks for Wicks. Thompson comes back in a week, and 47 weeks for Tuke Miller. Things couldn't get any fucking worse, could they? And we're kicking the match off. Gold Coast versus Sydney. Who would have thought round 3 this would be a clash of the two teams sitting on top of the ladder, both being undefeated? No, you heard that correctly. As you can see here, Jacob Heron, we have brought him in for his first game of the season. Hopefully he can have a little bit of an impact. And we're taking on Sydney, the only other team at this point in time in the competition to also be undefeated. So, obviously, that means the winner of this game will sit on top of the ladder, 1 game clear of any other team in the competition. Ooh, Kennedy's playing game 250, so we've got a couple of milestones this game. Big in many retrospects. While the warm-ups go down as well. I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out and supporting the first 2 episodes. I've been a little bit slack bringing this out, I do apologise. We're going to get this underway. We're going to hopefully kick up our rookie career mode too. Very keen to get stuck into that, because with AFL Evolution the first time around we didn't get the chance of getting into an AFL team. I kind of stopped it a little bit prematurely. This time around we're going to play the Under-18 Championships, get drafted, hopefully get drafted that is, and see if we cannot make a difference to the team that we get drafted to. But at any rate, that's something else to talk about at a different time, because we're about to get this game underway. David Swallow, Luke Parker, Razor Ray. Coin toss underway, Parker has the call. Sydney wins the toss. They're going to go to the left of the screen. Doesn't mean much, but it's something that has to be done pre-game. Let's get this underway. Razor throws it up. Taps it straight down the throat of the Gold Coast. Chipping ball up forward. Finds Peter Wright. Going to line up. Probably just set the ball up here. Decent effort, top of the square. Lukosius is there. The ball's going to drop. He gets the handball. Taken by Sydney. Good tackle there. Gold Coast have it. Going to get tackled with the ball. Plenty of pressure early. Clearing ball out of defence, but Gold Coast are all over that. The ball spills out towards the boundary line. Sydney get a kick off. Chopped off again by the Gold Coast. Plenty of numbers around. Gold Coast now move it by hand. They're going to move it up to the forward 50. Shot on goal. Taken by Ryan Clark in defence. Moves it to the back 50. Chipping ball up by the Gold Coast again. Plenty of numbers around the ball. Alir is going to take it out of bounds. Could have almost been deliberate, but it's going to be a throw in inside Gold Coast forward 50. Good tap down there. Sydney are going to clear the ball out. They move it just past half back. Off hands by the Gold Coast. Plenty of numbers around. Gold Coast managed to work it out. Move it to the top of the 50. Off hands again. Plenty of numbers to crumb the ball. Should have been holding the ball. But Sydney are going to stroll out. They move the ball to half forward. Off hands. Gold Coast managed to work it out. Clearing ball. Nobody home. And Oliver Florent takes it. Going to move the ball laterally. Off hands again. Plenty of spilled ball to be won. Gold Coast have it. Good clearance kick there. They move it to half forward. It's going to get chopped off, however, by Jackson Thurlow. And that's going to be 50. Entering the protected area. Thurlow plays on, moves it deep and forward, off hands by Hompsch. He's been very pivotal for the defence of the Gold Coast for the first 2 rounds. The ball spills. Chipping ball inside. Good tackle there. Sydney have the ball. And they have struck blood. Lewis Taylor kicks the first goal of the game. Razor throws the ball up. Smith wins the tap down. Gold Coast managed to work it inside 50. Good mark taken there by Ben King. Can the King go back and slot the goal? You better believe it! Get excited! Get excited! Ben King. Bow down, peasants. Smith wins the tap down, but Sydney get the ball out. Good tackle there by the Gold Coast. They work it inside their forward 50. Good body work there by Hompsch, who's played on, and it's holding the ball. I was holding the trigger. Sydney have a shot on goal. And they nail it. Tom Papley. Fuck! At any rate, Zach Smith wins the next tap down. A high tackle against Brandon Ellis sees a free kick to Sydney, who moves it to half forward. The ball is chopped off and moved forward for the Gold Coast Suns, taken uncontested by Jackson Thurlow. Good smother there by the Gold Coast. Need to capitalise here, they've got numbers around. No prior opportunity, Jake Lloyd held up. Going to be a ball up near centre wing. The Gold Coast win the tap down. They've got numbers around the ball. Move forward inside the 50. Lemons is there, off hands. Can the Gold Coast strike? Could have almost been holding the ball against the Gold Coast then. I should have had the shot instead of getting the handball. Good clearance kick. Alir takes it right on the boundary line. Ryan Clark has it. And that's another 50. Undisciplined play from the Gold Coast. They've given away 2 50s this game. Good clearing kick. They've found the odd number out. I don't know why he didn't mark that. Am I the only one who's getting frustrated with that kind of shit? At any rate, that's quarter time. Sydney lead the Gold Coast by 1 straight kick. Second quarter underway. Razor Ray throws the ball up. Won the tap, Sydney did, but they failed to get the ball out. The Gold Coast have it. We're going to stroll to the 50. The kick is on, and it's going to be throwing the ball. You are kidding me. I don't know how you can get pinned for throwing the ball when you're pressing the button to kick. I can understand if you press the button to handball and it gets throwing, but not a kicking. Nah. That shit needs to be fixed. At any rate, no prior opportunity. Half back for the Gold Coast. We need to work it out. It's going to be a high tackle against Jared Harbrow. Sydney moke it. Moke it? I meant poke it. That was a combination between move and poke, that was. Gold Coast move it out to the wing. The race is now on. Move the ball inside the centre square. Taken by Hugh Greenwood. Moves the ball on quickly. Lukosius is there. Off hands. Pushed in the back against Ben King. Gold Coast have it back. Anthony Miles to bring it back inside 50. Has he found someone? He's found Dane Rampy. That's who he found. Diving mark taken by Caden Brand. I didn't realise Caden Brand played for Sydney. Must have been a trade I wasn't aware of. At any rate, Gold Coast have it. They move the ball. No one's home. Alir will take that uncontested. The Gold Coast extremely sloppy compared to what we've seen the first 2 rounds. Good mark taken there by Lockie Weller. Moves the ball on long, just outside the 50 for the Gold Coast. Off hands. There's plenty of numbers around the ball. Tackled there by Sydney. Going to get taken over the line? No, holding the ball against Ryan Clark. And we're just going to kick that out on the full. Wow. They move the ball across goal. Pretty effectively, actually. Both uncontested marks. Isaac Heaney has it. Moves the ball out to the wing. Off hands by the Gold Coast. They've got plenty of numbers around the ball. They should be able to work it out. But unfortunately, Sydney's beaten them to the punch. Gold Coast now have it. They move the handball out to the wing. Ball spills out in the tackle. Throwing the ball against Jesse Joyce. Seems to be Razor Ray a little bit biased here. They called the spade a fucking spade. Good fist in there by Jesse Joyce. Fancy arguing about the umpiring in a video game, huh? I don't give a fuck. Ball gets moved out to the wing. Taken by Sam Day. We've got to get moving here. Gold Coast need to strike while the iron's hot. Pushed easily out of that, Ben King. Too easy. Alira has it. Moves the ball forward. He manages to find Caden Brand, who's going to go laterally out towards the wing. It gets cut off by Lockie Weller. Weller loop. Oh, wow. Why'd you dribble kick it? I mean, it worked out. We got it to a player. The ball spills off hands. Sydney are trying to move it inside 50. Keeps moving forward with each and every tackle. Who's going to get the benefit? Sydney have a ping on goal. Oh, you're fucking kidding. Wow. Sydney, 12 points up. 1 goal straight, playing 3 goals straight. We didn't expect this today. Not much time left on the clock before half-time. Zach Smith wins the tap down. And that's going to be half-time, where the Gold Coast trail by 12 points. Okay, I've calmed down. Second half underway. Let's just reset. Move the ball out to the wing. Should be an uncontested grab, but Sydney managed to get the ball down to ground. Ball spills out in the tackle. Isaac Heaney has it. He moves it into the forward line. And Ben Ronk has taken it against Jack Hompsch. And Ben Ronk has kicked a fucking goal. Gold Coast need to do something here. They win the ball. They move it to the forward line. I thought Sydney was going to get the ball there, but no. Holding the ball against Ben King. We should get the handball off quicker. Hugh Greenwood has it. Moves it inside 50. We need a mark. It's going to spill. Plenty of numbers around. He's going to handball it to himself. Have a ping, son. Oh, he's kicked it behind. Corey Ellis. You've got to make use of those opportunities, son. You've got to capitalise. The ball spills again. That's going to be holding the ball. The Gold Coast playing very shaky football. This isn't the Gold Coast we've come to expect to see. This is the Gold Coast of old. This is the Gold Coast you fucking want to see. Ball up inside. Gold Coast forward 50. Peter Wright taps it down. He might get it back. Oh! Brandon Ellis has a ping with the clearance kick and he hits the post. Alira brings it in. Got to make a contest. We do. And that's not holding the ball. Okay, fair enough. Peter Wright in the ruck. He taps it down. Sydney Scholl out of defence with it. Alira now has it. Gets the handball. Gold Coast need to try and cut it off here. They do. Clearing kick inside. There's a loose man out the back. All he's got to do is make the ball sit. Just kick it off the deck. Rush behind. Another opportunity goes begging. Frustration starting to set in. Oh, just kicked the goal. He's kicked another behind. Gold Coast are locking the ball in our forward 50. That's great, but we should have capitalised on at least 2 goals by now instead of these behinds we're kicking. Could this term come back to haunt us? Jake Lloyd moves it to half back for Sydney. Taken by Ryan Clark. In the end, it looked like almost it was uncontested. Moves the ball inside the centre square. Taken by Callum Sinclair. Okay. I thought I got a fist in, but he moves it out. He's found a loose man in Josh Kennedy. That's going to be holding the ball. Murdoch. Oh, wow. Don't ask me what fucking happened there, but Sydney now have the ball. They're going to stroll in, poke it inside 50. Throwing the ball. Thank God for that. Thank God he played on. Bodied out in the contest. Good tackle there by the Gold Coast. They need to work it out. It's going to beat them to the boundary line. Peter Wright wins the tap down. Sydney move it forward by hand. Clearing kick by the Gold Coast. Taken by Oliver Florent, who moves it just shy of the 50. Off hands by the Gold Coast again. They need to start moving the ball, and they do. They're out here. They've got a bit of a panic, the Gold Coast. Oh, you are kidding. Thank God. I thought we were going to get pinned for holding the ball. Moves it to centre half forward. It's holding the ball against Bain. Bain? I saw Ainsworth and I said Bain. Ben Ainsworth. Good mark there by Harbrow. Not much time left on the clock. Can we get a score before three-quarter time to ease the scoreboard a little bit? No, we cannot. Three-quarter time sees the Gold Coast trailing by 14 points. Last quarter underway. Zach Smith wins the tap down. Kicks it off the deck himself. They've got to dig deep here, Gold Coast. Is he going to kick a goal? Oh, I thought he was going to just kick a goal. Oh, here we go. We're on. That's a goal! Jacob Heron came in for Sexton. He manages to get his first goal for the season on the board, and we drag the deficit back. Move the ball to the top of the 50. Off hands, plenty of numbers around the ball. Thought they could have been holding the ball then, but at any rate, inside forward 50, we've got a ball up. Smith wins it down. Alir has it, gets the handball out to a loose man who moves it forward of the centre wing. Cut off by Lockie Weller. Playing a good role at halfback. Moves the ball to the top of the 50. Taken by Caden Brand. A little bit of ping pong with the ball at the moment. We needed to spoil that contest. They move the ball forward. Taken by Callum Sinclair, almost uncontested again. Inside 50. Off hands, plenty of numbers around. Gold Coast are going to clear it. Good mark taken by Jordan. Jordan? My English today has been shocking. Jordan Murdoch moves it up half forward. It's going to be locked up, Dane Rampy. Gold Coast need to score here. Can they register something on the board? Can they bring the deficit back? Can they bring some hope? I don't know what happened there. Tried to have a shot on goal. It got smothered. The Sydney Swans move it out to the wing. Plenty of numbers around the ball. Sydney now have it. Good tackle there by the Gold Coast. That's holding the ball. That is holding the ball. We got a strike now. Gold Coast move it forward. They have found a man loose on a lead. Can't capitalise on it, however. Off the deck again. Nothing wrong with moving the ball like the soccer ball. It is raining. Ugly football sometimes benefits. Off hands. Can someone please just hit a fucking target, please? No, I didn't mean for Sydney to hit a fucking target. They sent the ball up to Isaac Heaney. This kick to put them 14 points back up. He has missed. He has missed. It is 9 points the difference. Let's just pretend I didn't do that, okay? 10 points the difference. Brought in long. Off hands by the Gold Coast Suns. Pushing the back by Jesse Joyce. I'd love to see the free kick count in this game. I really would. Good spoil in there. Good kick off the deck too. A little bit of a body check by Sydney, but we're going to work this out. Gold Coast with some numbers. Sydney just going to stroll out, are they? No, they're not. Clearing kick by the Gold Coast. Off hands. Come on. Somebody, please. Good kick inside 50. Taken by ArghGodzirra. Oh, I don't know how he didn't mark that, but at any rate, let's go. Can we get the tackle on? Holding the ball, surely, please. Peter Wright wins the tap down. Out in the full. Oh, ArghGodzirra, he has kicked it straight to Sean Lemons. All right. Sean, just go back and kick it. He has! Game on. Game well and truly on. 4 points the difference. Not much time left on the clock either. Sydney win the tap down. Callum Sinclair's got it. He shuffles around a little bit. The ball moves forward. Nobody home. Foot race is on. Good tackle there. Oh, come on. Just have a ping. Have a ping. Throwing the ball again. 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 Oh, wow. The impossible shot. We're going to have to go a torpedo. We're going to have to hope the wind carries it. That could have almost gone in if we had moved the ball a little bit further to the left. I feel truly deflated. Well and truly deflated. That third term, all those missed opportunities on goal. We lost our first game for the season. Free kicks, 13-5. Holy shit. Dane Rampy best on. When you're getting all those uncontested marks in the back line, why wouldn't you? Well, at any rate, I suppose I better get down and talk to the boys, and I'll catch you guys at the press conference afterwards.
Jacob Heron came in to replace Alex Sexton this week. How did you see his debut?
Yeah, good question. I mean, obviously heading into the game, no Alex Sexton. He stepped up the first 2 games, and a bit disappointing to see him go down with injury, just like some of the other boys. But Jacob Heron, talk about grabbing that brass ring. I've always known he was capable, but for him to come out and show you that he's capable, very impressed.
Sean Lemon's shot on goal after the siren was probably a long shot. Did you back him in at all?
I'm going to back in my boys any game of the week, any situation. Some people, as you just pointed out, would have thought it was a bit of a long shot, but he gave it a big roost, and some of us in the box were still on the edge of our seats. Unfortunately, it should have never have come to a kick after the siren. We just let that game begging.
Where do you think the game fell apart?
Very good question. Where do I think the game fell apart? We let them get the early jump on us. Going in early, 2 goals behind was our detriment. And then that third quarter, the game just really broke apart for us. We had a lot of the ball inside 50 and a lot of opportunity went begging. It was just behind after behind, free kick after free kick, 2 50-metre penalties given away. A lot of undisciplined decisions by the Gold Coast this week. A lot of things to take to the drawing board. That's for damn sure.
Are the injuries starting to take its toll?
Look, clubs are going to get struck down with injuries all the time. I feel, in the grand scheme of things, it's more so the leadership that's missing on field has taken its toll a lot more than the injuries themselves. Jared Witt's in the ruck, Took Miller in the middle. There's some experienced heads. And having that lack of leadership out on the field, I think that's what's more detrimental to the team. We should bounce back. I've got every confidence that we will bounce back. However, this week, just a lot of things went wrong for us. A lot of things that we could have changed ourselves broke down for us. We didn't get the result we wanted this week, unfortunately, but I hope you guys still enjoyed the video. We lose some eventually. It's upsetting, but it's going to happen. If you did enjoy the video at any rate, leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, I hope you do enjoy what I'm throwing down. If you do, hit that subscribe button down below as well. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit deflated this week, so that's where I'm going to wrap up the video. It just sucks sometimes. I'll catch you guys next time.